Week 14 of the fantasy basketball season, and here's a few centers I looked at off the wire this week. The first center, Mason Plumlee of Los Angeles Clippers. So right now we know Zubac, he's going to be out for 4 weeks with a calf injury. And Plumlee, it just seems like no matter what team he's on, every season he's getting an opportunity to go out there and get some solid minutes. Some point of the year in the season, 6.2 points a game, 4.8 rebounds, 1.1 assists, 70% from the field. But the last couple weeks, since he's got more playing time, 7.5 points a game, 4.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and 76% from the field. So Plumlee, we know throughout his career, he's good at field goal percentage, a lot of putbacks, dunks, blocking shots, and rebounding. And that's exactly the role this Clipper team needs him, obviously, to play. When you got James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard, and Paul George, there's not going to be opportunities, really, for a guy like Plumlee to score the basketball a lot. January 14th, at the T-Wolves, 8 points, 3 rebounds, a steal, 80% from the field. January 16th versus the Thunder, 14 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, 3 blocks, 100% from the field. And January 21st versus the Nets, 7 points, 8 rebounds and assists, 33% from the field. So Plumlee, he's more the traditional center. Like I said, rebounding, shot blocking, and a good field goal percentage. So right now, he's available in 75% of fantasy leagues. He's a center I definitely would give an ad to this week. The next center, Dario Saric of the Golden State Warriors. So Saric, we know he's a power forward, qualifies at center as well. And he's been playing pretty decent for the Warriors on the year, 10.5 points a game, 5.7 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 1.5 threes a game, and 48% from the field. So Saric's been getting more playing time over the last few games here, and he's making the most of it. A guy could hit the 3 balls, stretch the floor, pretty decent rebounder as well. And we know this Warrior team, they're just trying to find the combination that could get this team back on track. After this season, it's been a train wreck, and they've been a very disappointing team, no doubt about it. January 12th at the Bulls, 12 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 2 threes, 66% from the field. January 13th at the Bucks, 12 points, 6 boards, 6 assists, a steal with 3, 55% from the field. And January 15th at the Grizzlies, 13 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, a block, 3 threes, 50% from the field. So right now, Saric shooting the basketball well, rebounding the basketball well, and passing the ball well as well. So he can give fantasy owners 3 or 4 categories pretty easily. And like I said, he qualifies at power forward and center. The next center is Xavier Tillman of the Memphis Grizzlies. So Xavier Tillman, he's been a solid Grizzly over the last few seasons when they need him in situations. So right now, with a lot of injuries over here in Memphis, Tillman's been getting an opportunity. I know missed last game for this Grizzly team with injury, but right now he's only day-to-day, and I think he can help in a few categories as well on the season. 6.1 points a game, 4.8 rebounds, 1.7 assists, 1.2 steals, a block, and 41% from the field. So right now he's giving owners about 4 or 5 categories is Tillman. And over the last couple weeks, 11.6 points a game, 6.8 rebounds, 3.6 assists, 1.8 steals, 1.6 blocks, and 51% from the field. So right now, he's available in 67% of fantasy leagues. Like I said, he's going to help in steals, blocks, assisting the basketball, and rebounding. January 13th versus the Knicks, 12 points, 5 boards, 5 assists, 6 steals, a block, 40% from the field. January 15th versus the Warriors, 2 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, 2 blocks, 16% from the field. And January 18th at Minnesota T-Wolves, 10 points, 5 boards, 6 assists, a steal, a block, 45% from the field. And then January 20th game, he missed at the Bulls. So like I said, Tillman could go out there to help fantasy owners in 3 or 4 categories. He's not going to light the scoreboard up, but like I said, those other categories like blocking shots and steals, which you can never have enough of, he's definitely good at that, and he's an ad this week. Next ad, Kevin Love of the Miami Heat. So Kevin Love has been on the list a few weeks in a row, and he's still out there, very surprisingly, in 82% of fantasy leagues. Obviously, he's not the Kevin Love of his Minnesota Timberwolves days or even his Cleveland Cavalier days at the back end of his career over there. But on the season, 9.8 points a game, 6.6 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 1.6 threes a game, and 44% from the field. In the last couple weeks, I know Love, he missed some games for this Miami Heat team, 5 games. But right now, he's back, and I think he's going to put up some fantasy numbers here for Kevin Love. Obviously, rebounding, 3-point shooting, and scoring the basketball at a decent rate. So right now, he's available, Kevin Love. 82% of fantasy leagues, I think he could go out there and help fantasy owners is Kevin Love. Like I said, 3-point shooting and rebounder. Maybe in the deepest leagues, not your typical team league, but right now, I still give Love an ad because, like I said, we saw it last season. He went out there and he helped fantasy owners at points of the year. And I think now that he's healthy and back in the lineup, He could do that with the Heat in the fifth and final center. I looked at off the Warriors. Precious Achiuwa of the New York Knicks. Hartenstein, he left last game with this New York Knicks team with an ankle injury. Right now, he's day-to-day. And we'll see if Hartenstein's going to play in the New York Knicks next game at the Brooklyn Nets tomorrow. So Achiuwa, obviously, he was with the Raptors to start the year, but it was in the OG Anunoby deal. Him and Anunoby and Malachi Flynn. For quickly, RJ Barrett was the deal on the season for Achiuwa, 6.6 points a game, 5.1 rebounds, 1.3 assists, 47% from the field. But the last couple weeks since he's been in New York Knicks, obviously not much playing time, with Hartenstein playing 35 minutes a game and him being a sporadic backup, 5 points a game, 5.3 rebounds, and 55% from the field. But like I said, if Hartenstein's going to be out a while, Achiuwa could step up and he could be a decent option for fantasy owners. And we saw with extended playing time in January 20th game versus former teams. Anyway, January 17th versus the Rockets, no points, 4 boards, a block in that one. January 18th versus the Wizards, 2 points, a rebound, a steal, 100% from the field, only 9 minutes. And then the 25-minute game versus former team, 18 points, 11 rebounds, a block, 90% from the field. So the only way I'm going to add Achiuwa off the wire, if Hartenstein's going to miss some time, maybe I would add Achiuwa off the wire. So that's a few centers I looked at it off the wire here for week 14 of the fantasy basketball season.